Welcome back. It's time to get interactive. Hey.
Hello.
You look good.
Thank you. I love your tie and pocket square combination.
I'm learning from you.
Really? Oh, it's nice. It's nice.
So what's trending?
So many things are trending, but today corruption seems to be our biggest challenge as a nation.
Are you corrupt?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
We're all in one way or the other, though. I must admit.
I'm not corrupt.
But you see, when it's based on perception, I don't know.
Perception.
Yes,
exactly.
When it's not a confession to say that I am corrupt or I've done X, Y, Z.
Or I perceive you to be corrupt.
And then you say I perceive you to corrupt. My thinking is that okay, your perception and his perception may be different, but where do we draw the line on? And
I mean, you might perceive me to be corrupt, but I'm not corrupt.
Well, maybe.
That could also be.
But obviously, perception also means that I may have seen certain things about you which have led me to that conclusion.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a dicey thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, so I am dissecting.
But it's not about me, please. It's not about me. As a person, corrupt. Yeah.
No. Right, it's just corruption. And general umbrella of
I want to go to New York tomorrow.
You do?
I need to be corrupt to do that. Instant. Okay,
but it's unfortunate. The Concorde has stopped working. So perhaps you have to go tonight and then get there. Well, so Transparency International's 2013 report said the Ghana police were leading, and the CDD's latest barometer says they are also leading too. Guess what they are leading in? Corruption. The IGP, however, embarked on an anti-corruption campaign. I wonder what really happened to that campaign. And I'm talking about the I Don't Take Bribe campaign. But you see, who makes the police more corrupt? That is food for thought for you. Religious leaders are also warming to the challenge of corruption. Note, though, that this is only a perception. Do perceptions reflect reality?
I was using a motorbike and the police catch me. I didn't register the motor. I followed them to the police station, but then couldn't, just in front of the police station, then collected the money from me. No. They are saying that they want to take me to the court because I'm driving on registered motor. I beg them that all the money that I have is 110, that is 1. They should take the 100 cedi so that I can take the 10 cedi to buy petrol and go my way.
My name, as always, is Marian Toure. You are watching GN Interactive. Stay on.
Joy News Interactive is brought to you in association with
Surfline. It's about time.
Surfline proudly supports GN Interactive. Surfline, it is about time you would want to join this discussion because it is about you. Join us on facebook.com/joynews-on-TV. Like I always say, like the page first, you have access to comment on every post we put there. I'll share what you're sharing live here on the show. You can send us your tweets at joynews-on-TV and at GN Interactive GH. Your emails are welcome. Join News IM at multitvworld.com and our WhatsApp number 054010909. I am on social media. I tweet at MNToure, at MNToure, also on Instagram or facebook.com/MarianToure official. And GN Interactive is where tech meets news to set the agenda. So according to the Center for Democratic Development, Ghanaians largely perceive public officials as corrupt. And the police are topping the corruption perception chart with 89%. Whopping. National government officials are second at 86%. And members of parliament are next at 85%. Shocking is religious leaders standing at 69%. And we thought our leaders were less corrupt, but 69% corruption is very dangerous. This is a breakdown of the CDD report, the 2013 Global Corruption Barometer released by Transparency International has actually revealed that the corruption perception is really, really high amongst Ghanaians, especially in the last 2 years.
Most Ghanaians believe corruption has increased over time, over the past period. This opinion cuts across all regions. They also say government has performed poorly in the fight against corruption. More than half of citizens believe ordinary people can make a difference in combating corruption. So let's look at the figures for some of the institutions. Large majority of Ghanaians perceive some, most, or all of the following public officials to be involved in corruption. The police, 89%. National government officials, 86%. Members of parliament, 85%. Judges and magistrates, 85%. Tax officials of Ghana Revenue Authority, 85%. District chief executives, 84%. The president and officials in his office, 83%. Local government representatives, 83%. Officials of the Electoral Commission, 81%. Small minorities, that is from a low of 5% for police and national government officials to a high of 10% for Electoral Commission officials, perceive none of these public officials as corrupt. The corruption findings. In 2013, a global corruption barometer that was conducted in Ghana also came out with the following findings, where they saw the police 92%, the judiciary 71%, public officials or civil servants 59%, and parliament 57% as being extremely corrupt or corrupt. So this is also another survey that was conducted in Ghana. It's also an opinion survey, and it took place in 2013.
So you know what we do here. We seek clarity on the topic that we are discussing, and we are hoping to raise the program manager of CDD on the line so that we'll be able to talk to him and then ask his view, and also for him to clarify some of the reports to us. But let's go to social media and take some of your comments that have dropped in. I haven't done your comments in the last few days, so I guess I should do that now. The precursor has already been set, and we are asking you, does Ghana have any integrity left at all? That is a very major question. Newton Jeffert begins with us today, and he says, if the police administration can rid their men from the highway and stop them from those unnecessary blocks, the police service would be seen as one of Ghana's least corrupt institutions in Ghana. Most of the men go to the highways only to beg for arms from drivers with impunity. For now, I think the 86% is cool. After all, they are still in the A grade for corruption. Oh, really? Raymond Gate says yes, 1%. Kennedy Asare Queen says it's a big disgrace to Ghana. John says yes, about 3%. You mean we have about 3% of our credibility left? And this one says I'm not surprised at all. Edwin says no, a big no to that. Not when our little ones can get placement without paying for it. Not when we must pay double to access good health care. And not when we are tagged, let me mirror this, we are tagged a haven for drug trafficking. We need a rude awakening, okay? And it must be swift. Anyway, I feel sorry for Upper East Police PRO. He communicated badly on Joy News this evening. That is your perception, okay? Perception. Jonathan Osechum says, Rome was not built in a day. Let's all help fight corruption for a better society. Ozone just says, wow. Wow means you're very surprised indeed. Oredu says, no qualms about that. So you don't think that having any credibility left is a problem at all? It should be a problem, shouldn't it? I believe it should be. And Razak says, you're sending this in from Tamale. Indeed, it is high time for our leaders to tackle the issue of corruption holistically, but not to tag any institutions. Our leaders must set good example in order to avert this canker. You're still watching today's GN Interactive, and we're discussing The Afro Barometer Report by the CDT. We'll go for a very quick break. Don't go away. You're still watching GN Interactive, and we are still trying to raise a program manager or CDD, Daniel Ama Ato, on the line to ask, you know, the findings of their report and how serious, you know, we need to actually take perception. Because you see, my thoughts about you and your thoughts about me may not matter. After all, they're only perceptions. So how serious should we take that? And also to also ask them that, you know, in their report, they're talking that about the police, that the police are perceived, are cited to be the most corrupt. Why do they think so? If they can proffer any explanation for that, we will happily take that also. So you're still watching GN Interactive. Your comments are dropping in thick and fast. I'll take some more of it. But then, you see, we went out there, you know, to ask you. We know that the police have been cited as the most corrupt, but we were wondering who actually makes them corrupt? Who contributes to this perception? Let's take our first video blog.
As a public that makes the police corrupt, I mean, the CDD barometer could be partially right, because the specimens of the population that was used is minimal, just around 2,000. So let's say it's the public that makes them corrupt. If you commit and you try to bribe the police, of course, it is difficult for them to resist. But then the police will also try as much as they can to resist. But then the police are not the only people to be blamed. The public also is to be blamed.
It's we the Ghanaians, the ordinary Ghanaian. Because what the police are doing is that they are doing their job, and instead of us to do the right thing, we rather give bribe, and they also accept it. So in this case, it's the ordinary man who is causing the whole thing, and not the police.
We made them corrupt, okay, because normally we commit some offenses that, okay, you know that these offenses are not right, but yet we go ahead to commit those offenses, you understand me? So that made them corrupt, that made us think maybe they are corrupt, but we made them corrupt.
I'm saying it's we who make police to be corrupt, because if you didn't give them money, how would them be corrupt? So it's we make them be corrupt.
I think the police are the ones that corrupt themselves, because the government have given them some certain rules and regulations they are supposed to abide to. So since they decided to go against the rules and regulations by doing what the police to do, so I feel that they are the ones that corrupt themselves. So I don't think anybody is corrupting the police. They are the ones corrupting themselves.
Them themselves make themselves to be corrupt. Because at the first place, if a police stops you and maybe you are offended, and at the first place you give the police something, you shouldn't have taken it for the first time. Because if he thinks that it's not corrupt, he should not take it.
We also asked the public whether they have, you know, in any way forced the hand of the police to accept bribe. And the responses, very, very revealing. We'll take our next video blog.
Yes, I did that. When I was driving trotro, that is what I used to do. At times I even put money in how do you call it, in a Bible. Even at times I have New Testament in a car, I will put money in it and I give it to them. They accept it. They draw the money and they give me my how do you call it, the Bible back. So it's the ordinary Ghanaian that did it, not the police.
I was using a motorbike and the police catch me. I didn't register the motor. I followed them to the police station, but then couldn't, as in, just in front of the police station, then collected the money from me. No. They are saying that they want to take me to the court because I'm driving on registered motor. I beg them that all the money that I have is 110, that is 1. They should take the 100 cedi so that I can take the 10 cedi to buy petrol and go my way.
I've given a police money before, like I was on the motorbike and he stopped me and asked me that where's my helmet, and I said it's at home. Actually, he asked me to pay something. If not, you take me to the headquarters. And for that, I'm afraid maybe that place will be worse. So I gave him 5 cities.
Some very, very candid responses there, and we are most grateful to our respondents in today's video blog that they have been really candid with us to tell us that we actually make that happen. We facilitate the corruption because, hey, I mean, you don't want the long arm of the law to grab you, take you to the police station. Maybe you will be charged, maybe you won't. But imagine the time that would have been wasted, sometimes 3-4 hours just to write your statement. And so perhaps the only way to get out and not waste time would be, you know, some underhand dealing somewhere. So, Masa, let's call it this small thing for water. You know, you don't say, buy something for the kids. And then you're gone. But I am glad, at least we are the facilitators. So let's take a cue and perhaps change a bit. And then we won't help them be corrupt and then later on criticize them for being corrupt. Right? Of course, let's take some more of your comments. But then the worrying part also of the report was actually that our religious leaders were also on the charts. I am amazed because our religious leaders are seen as virtue, you know, very virtuous people who are supposed to lead the flock to our Maker. And then they have also been seen as corrupt. And of course, we're still dealing with the fact that it is perception. And perhaps some of these people have encountered a corrupt religious leader before who would say, if you need deliverance, I need to take 100 cedis for consultation. You need an extra 100 cedis for holy water. You need 20 Ghana cedis for some oil or some salt that you put in your food so you can conceive. Or like yesterday in our, you know, picture of the day, a minister actually lying on a woman and rolling all over her. I wonder, it is perception. And sometimes perception is fueled by what we have been through and is fueled by fact as it is on the ground. So I guess we would accept some of the reports, you know, findings. Let's take some more of your comments before we go to Lord Kote's corner for what's trending. Mohammed says this is no news at all because if this thing is even conducted among only police personnel alone, the news will still be the same. The police themselves know that they are corrupt. It's even 99%. Really? Perception, perception, perception. You're also thinking it's 99%. Okay, Felix says, why won't they even, when the police persons in my villages collect money from victims of abuse when they're going to make complaints? Wow. Okay. Juventus, a day-old baby, knows this. That is harsh. Francis says, who made the police corrupt? Receiving and giving are all wrong. So, of course, they stretching their arm to receive is bad, and we giving it to them is equally bad. That's what you're trying to say. Sydney says the police work in public, so the public sees them. What about those who do worse things in their offices? Food for thought. The Moment says, no wonder it's Ghana police again. They are also harassing the ordinary citizens. Perception, perception. Nicholas says, who is talking about credibility in the police service? There is zero. There is no sense of shame in taking bribes. Please now bargain with offenders as if, and then you pause and say, the least said about them, the better. Ishuraba says, those wearing suits sitting in offices are the most corrupt ones. Mahama Asafo says, Ghana, please. I'll pause here. We'll go to Lord Kote's corner to find out what's trending on social media. Don't go away. Yep. So we're still here. Some more of the comments that are coming in. Trying to refresh the iPad so we can take it. And Steve has joined me again with his take on this.
You just smile when you see me. You're fascinated by me, right?
I beam, yes.
Yeah.
You're my partner in crime.
Yeah, you're fascinated by my eloquence.
Yes, indeed I am.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you hit the nail right on the head. Yes.
My handsomeness.
Yes, and your suit and tie.
You're putting yourself at risk saying all these things on TV. Somebody will put a gun to your head one of these days.
Oh, but that somebody knows it's harmless, I mean. No, but in fact, I'm echoing what you're saying. You said it and I echoed.
No, but
so I stand.
Anytime you see me, you smiling and giggling and girlish.
Yeah, for the guy who says my favorite girl is here, Marian Ture. Look at him.
Oh no, I've never said that.
Really?
I said my favorite part. Let's see what's what is trending.
So Lord Kote has what's trending from his corner. Stay tuned.
Do you remember the I Don't Take Bribe campaign started by the IGP? Yeah, well, if you ask me, I think it's gone down the drain because according to Afro Barometer's report or research, the institution leading in corruption is the Ghana police. Yeah, I'm surprised too, and it's obviously trending on Twitter. Let's go see how people are taking it. We won't take bribe again. Ghana Police Service. Yeah, okay. And this on Kafri Day, police, government, top corruption index in Ghana. Army most trusted. Wow. And here's another. Lots of great laws, lack of simple enforcement. Hashtag Ghana, hashtag Afro Barometer. And this is from Kofi Opon Checheku, Ghana. Police tops corruption perception, scores 89%. Yep, very high. And a tweet coming in from Modo. Ghana Police crowned most corrupt institution, accepted the award in good faith. Are you sure? And there's a tweet coming from Star. Ghanaians have once again tagged the Ghana Police Service as the most perceived corrupt public institution. So like someone put it, lots of great laws, but lack of simple enforcement. I think this is what is bringing the Ghana police down, if you ask me. This has been What's Trending. My name is Lord Kote. What are your thoughts on this though, Marian?
You know, this Lord Kote gentleman,
I know.
he has been trending himself. He was trying to look serious.
Yeah, I know. He was like,
what do you make of corruption?
Marian.
All right.
I don't make anything of it, Lord Kote.
But have you bribed a police officer before?
Well, is it bribe? I've given him something for water.
You know, my worst police experience was when I made the wrong U-turn in Tema, along Tema Senior High School. And I was held down for some long hours. Eventually, I needed to pay anyway.
Exactly.
Because, you know, as a journalist, I was trying to be...
Peacock. Pose like a peacock and kind of say, yes, I am
power lies.
Exactly.
You know, you want to stay here, you stay here, go to court
I've had a few run-ins with the police.
Very
frustrating. You know me.
But hey, our friends,
we've been able to sort it out, and they are friends.
They are friends. We have some very good police officers.
Yes.
Anyway, so my name is Stephen MT.
My name is Marian Ture.
And thanks, the police are not corrupt.
No, they aren't. Okay. Enjoy the rest of our program.
Good evening.
We shall see you soon.
Joy News Interactive was brought to you in association with
Surfline, it's about time.